You know Michael Avenatti?
Yes.
The guy connected with the Stormy Daniels, the Trump thing, the R. Kelly tapes that he supposedly has. Like, he's just always in something, sticking his nose in.
Okay.
Well, apparently, he might have got caught out there this time. I had to read the story a couple times just so it would make sense. Nike is accusing him of trying to extort them. All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the reason the way it happened was this. So apparently there is a coach out in California, a high school coach, coaches AAU ball. Nike sponsors a team there. They give what 60, 70,000 a year, I think is what they said, to this team. All right. So you have some of the best players that come and join this team. Now, apparently there is a pay for play kind of scheme going on, and apparently players' families are being paid for them to join this team. So that's the whole premise. So Michael Avenatti gets involved with it. He's representing this coach that's supposed to be involved with this thing out in Cali. Long story short, he goes to Nike. He says, we have information here on you that will mess your company up. Like, they were supposed to release information about their company, and it's a certain time of year that they always release all their quarterly updates and whatever. And so he said, if you don't give this client $1.5 million and me and my partner 15 to 20 million to investigate this supposed pay for play scheme, we're going to do a news conference and expose you, and it's going to hurt your brand. It's going to hurt your company. All right. So Nike says,
that wasn't smart.
Come on out and talk to us. So apparently they talk. Now, apparently the other guy that was involved in it, Mike Geragos. That's who they you remember Mike Geragos?
No.
He was involved with the OJ trial. He was on that super attorney team, Mike Geragos, Kardashian, all those guys. So anyway, they went out there pushing this little scheme. Long story short, rubber hits the road, and what they end up doing, Nike makes it seem as though they're going to maybe do this, because they don't want this to come out because it's at a bad time. And right when Avenatti decides he's going to do the news conference anyway, they contacted in New York, the state of New York, the Southern District of New York, to say that he's trying to extort us for money. It was to the point Avenatti told them, if you don't give us the 15 to 20 million and the 1.5 for my client, we're going to double it. He was going hard because he said, we got this information and it's going to make you look bad. And so I found this to be really interesting because I know the pay for play thing is going on. We're not stupid.
Right. But what's the crime? What is his crime?
I don't think it's a crime thing. I think it's more of a we can make you look bad thing. You see what I'm saying? The pay for play thing.
That's where extortion may come in.
Right. And somebody did go down for doing a pay for play scheme. Like, they went to jail. And so you don't want this connected to your company.
Right. But everybody knows it's Nike. Okay, so similar to when there was a movement to boycott Nike and burn your shoes. You can't affect their market share with these kind of stunts. You know what I'm saying? You can't affect Nike's market share unless Phil Knight comes out and we find out that he has female underage sex slaves in his house buried somewhere. You can't touch Nike. None of them.
I'm not seeing with their game plan. Like you said, you can't.
Exactly. This is
where
Nike.
they expect to go.
People know that they get cheap labor out of China. That's been in the news for 20 years. There's nothing that you can do to Nike. When people get into scandals, Tiger Woods and all these people, everybody loses endorsements. Nike's the only one that don't move.
Doesn't matter.
Nike will pull the contract, but once you're okay, they'll say, all right, we can sign another contract.
They won't even pull the contract. Everybody ran from Tiger Woods, not Nike. Everybody ran from Kaepernick, not Nike. Nike doesn't leave them. Everybody runs from these stars.
That's true.
When they get into trouble. Nike's the only one that feels like their brand is bulletproof. Okay, short of Phil Knight with sex slaves, they're bulletproof.
Dude, on the tapes, they call Avenatti. He was on there like a crime boss. I'm not effing around with this, and I'm not continuing to play games. Avenatti told him, you guys know enough now to know you've got a serious problem, and it's worth more in exposure to me to just blow the lid off this thing. He said, I'm not effing around with this thing anymore. So if you guys think that we're going to negotiate $1.5 million and you're going to hit us to do an internal investigation, but it's going to be capped at $3 or $5 or $7 million, let's just be done. And I'll go take $10 billion off your client's market cap, but I'm not effing around. Like he was going hard. So that starts to fall right underneath that extortion heading.
Right. I call that feeling yourself.
Son, they arrested him.
Right.
Arrested.
You went too far.
Yeah.
So what's happening to him now?
Well, he got arrested and he went to jail. So,
Not to mention he could get disbarred just for what they have now.
Right. And the problem
record.
exactly. And the problem for him is he used his license not to fight and help a person as far as the law is concerned. He's using it for personal gain. So that's when it becomes extortion.
Right.
So yeah, he's
Best of luck to him.
he walked off in it.
He all right. It's your problem. You want to be tough.
That's the rap.
That's how it goes down.
Go after the smaller fish first.
Nike is nobody to play with.
No,
They set him up. They let him come in there, talk to him, and then call the Southern District of New York.
Right. It's
And they recorded
You know
it.
what? It's like when the Inquirer tried to set up Bezos with the pictures. Bezos was like, "Go ahead, man, put them pictures out.
Don't make a difference.
Ain't doing nothing to me.
Let's put these pictures out. I'm about to put 5 million of this 150 billion that I got into searching into checking up on all you guys.
But
now.
Bezos did one better and went to the government and reported
Right.
because they already are under the microscope
Right.
for other issues.
Right. So whatever you can put into a budget to investigate him,
Yeah.
he could quadruple that and not even smell it.
Won't even think about it.
Won't even think about it.
Yeah.
And then take it to the proper channels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't hear anything else about them pictures, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah. It's just certain people you just don't really
You got
mess
to pick
with.
your targets a little bit better.
Yeah.